9 oldest technologies scientists still can't explain. Let's get right into it. Number 9. The Antikythera mechanism. The ancient Greek time travel calculator. Imagine opening an old shipwreck expecting treasure, and instead finding a corroded chunk of gears that basically screams, "I should not exist yet." That's the Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old mechanical computer built by the ancient Greeks. It predicted eclipses, tracked planetary positions, and calculated celestial cycles with the precision of a Victorian clockmaker, except it predates clocks by over 1,000 years. Scientists can reconstruct it, simulate it, 3D model it, but no one can fully explain how ancient humans figured out the math, the engineering, and the gear ratios to build something so advanced. It's like giving a sundial a PhD in astronomy. The device is so complex that if you found it today, you might assume it was made in the 1800s. Either the Greeks had secret geniuses we've never heard of, or someone accidentally invented steampunk centuries too early. Number 8. Roman dodecahedrons, the mystery metal Pokemon. All across Europe, archaeologists keep digging up these strange 12-sided bronze objects with perfect holes in each face and little knobs at the corners. They look like props from a fantasy movie. They look like dice for gods. They look like the kind of item a video game won't let you throw away because you'll need this later. But here's the thing. No one knows what they were for. Not the Romans, not historians, not modern engineers. They're mentioned nowhere in ancient texts, depicted nowhere in art, and explained by absolutely nobody. Were they candle holders, surveying tools, knitting aids, ritual objects, expensive fidget spinners? Your guess is as good as any archaeologist's, which is both hilarious and slightly horrifying considering the Romans documented everything, including their favorite bathhouse gossip. Number 7. Damascus steel, the blade that shouldn't exist. Picture a sword so strong it slices through other swords, yet flexible enough not to shatter. A blade with swirling patterns like smoke frozen in metal. Damascus steel weapons from the Middle Ages were legendary, sharper, tougher, and more beautiful than anything else of their era. And the worst part? We still can't perfectly recreate them. Ancient smiths used a secret process involving high-carbon woot steel from India, insanely controlled forging temperatures, and maybe a pinch of sorcery. Modern metalworkers can get close, but the original technique was lost centuries ago. Some theories claim the steel used microscopic carbon nanotubes. Yes, the same high-tech structures we use in advanced materials today. So medieval blacksmiths were apparently making nanotechnology by accident. Sure, why not? Number 6. The Baghdad battery. Ancient DIY electricity? Found in Iraq, these clay jars contain copper cylinders, iron rods, and traces of acidic liquid. When assembled, they create a small electric charge, just enough to zap you, electroplate jewelry, or convince your friends you're a wizard. But here's the catch. There's zero written record describing their purpose. Did ancient artisans use electricity to coat metals? Were they early science experiments? Healing devices? Ritual shock therapy? Ancient prank machines? No one knows. The concept of electricity wasn't formally discovered until thousands of years later, so these jars either represent accidental brilliance or ancient scientists messing around in a basement somewhere. Number 5. The Voynich manuscript. The book that laughs at linguists. Imagine spending your entire academic career studying ancient languages, only to be defeated by a book that looks like someone fed a medieval herbal guide through Google Translate 17 times. That's the Voynich manuscript, a 240-page illustrated text written in a language no one can read, using an alphabet no one recognizes, filled with drawings of plants that don't exist. Cryptographers, historians, code breakers, and even AI models have tried to decipher it. The result? Nothing. Nada. The manuscript just stares back like, "Cute attempt, buddy." Some pages show naked women bathing in green liquid tubes. Some show astronomical diagrams that make zero sense. Some pages look like botanical fever dreams. It's either an elaborate prank from the 1400s or the world's earliest example of someone making lore for their fantasy novel. Number 4. Stone spheres of Costa Rica. Mother Nature, or ancient engineers? Scattered across Costa Rica are hundreds of nearly perfect stone spheres. Some are baseball-sized, others weigh more than a car, and all of them are carved with unnatural precision. They're so smooth they look factory-made, except they're thousands of years old. But here's the kicker. We have no idea why they were made. Decoration, status symbols, giant marbles for gods with too much free time. The ancient Diki culture who carved them left no written records, no explanations, nothing. Just giant stone bowling balls sitting in the jungle like abandoned relics of a forgotten civilization. Scientists tried replicating them using ancient tools and techniques. It's possible, but extremely difficult, which makes the fact that someone made hundreds of them even more bizarre. Number 3. The Nebra Sky Disk. Bronze Age astronomy gone wild. In Germany, looters dug up a 3,600-year-old bronze disk decorated with gold stars, a sun or moon, and a strange curved horizon. Archaeologists eventually confirmed it's a real artifact, and maybe the oldest known depiction of the cosmos. But here's the confusing part. The craftsmanship is way too advanced for the era. Someone in Bronze Age Europe figured out celestial alignments, lunar cycles, and astronomical symbols long before we thought anyone in that region understood the sky that well. The math is sophisticated, the design is intentional, and the disk looks like something an ancient druid would use to schedule sacrifices or plan a very complicated camping trip. We know what it shows, but not how they figured it out, or why they needed it in the first place. Number 2. The Phaistos disk. The forbidden ancient emoji. Keyboard found in Crete, the Phaistos disk is a clay disk stamped with 241 symbols arranged in a perfect spiral. It's basically humanity's first attempt at a circular keyboard, except the characters include weird helmets, plants, animals, tools, and abstract shapes that don't match any known writing system. The symbols appear to be printed using reusable stamps, which implies ancient printing technology, thousands of years too early. Imagine discovering that the Bronze Age casually invented the rubber stamp and then never used it again. To this day, nobody can read the message. It could be a prayer. It could be a game. It could be a recipe for Bronze Age lasagna. We genuinely don't know. Number 1. Göbekli Tepe, the temple that shouldn't exist yet. Picture a massive stone temple complex. Towering pillars, carved animals, precise circular enclosures, built 6,000 years before the pyramids. That's Göbekli Tepe, an archaeological plot twist sitting in southeastern Turkey. It's so old that it predates metal tools, pottery, agriculture, basically everything we thought humans needed before building anything impressive. Yet, here it is. A sprawling, carefully engineered ceremonial site made by hunter-gatherers who, according to our neat little timeline, should have been too busy chasing animals and inventing breakfast to carve 20-ton stones. The carvings are detailed. The architecture is geometric. The layout suggests astronomical alignments. And every time scientists think they've figured it out, new excavations make the mystery bigger. Why was it built? How did nomadic tribes organize enough labor to create it? What rituals took place there? And why did the builders deliberately bury the whole thing under tons of dirt? Göbekli Tepe is like ancient humans suddenly skipped 5,000 years of technological development just to flex, then never did it again. It's the equivalent of a caveman building a skyscraper and then saying, anyway, back to spears. It rewrites human history but refuses to provide the footnotes. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.